So here is a fully worked out one of these problems. All right, fully worked out one of these problems. So it says solve this. It does not factor. Okay, I could sit here and try. If you actually watched my videos in the last one, this was an example I had there, and it didn't factor. All right, so it was a silly question to have there, but it's a perfect one to have here. All right, there are not going to be two numbers that have the same sign that add up to -10 that are factors of 20. It's not going to happen. All right, so the other problem is it's not a perfect square trinomial, meaning that I can't factor it into like x minus 5 and x minus 5. That doesn't work. All right, so what do I do? All right, well, here's the process. You move the number to the opposite side of the equal sign. Now, this is countered to what we did when we were factoring things. When we were factoring things, they had to be equal to 0. And again, that's the problem with algebra. There's all these different things that happen, and I got to keep them all straight. All right? Then it says, find half of the b term, square it, and place it in the blank and next to the number on the other side. All right, so I took b, which is -10. All right, so b is -10. Remember, it's a number in front of the x. I took half of it. I got -5. I squared it. I got +25. And then that +25 goes on each side, plus 25. Okay? Place it in factored form. All right? The parentheses will always have the 1/2 b number in it. So when I factor this right here, all right, sorry, when I factor this right here, if I go through and factor it, I'm going to get x minus 5 and x minus 5, which is x minus 5 squared. All right, I can take a shortcut here because that literally always happens. It's what I was forcing to happen by doing step 2. All right, I was forcing this thing to factor. All right, I also combined this side here and got 5. All right, -20 plus 25 is 5. Okay, then at that spot right there, I will go ahead and solve it. All right, but the most important thing is I understand how to do that. All right, now this is the situation. If I have something that won't factor, I either have to do this or the quadratic formula, which we'll do in a few days. All right, the quadratic formula is not really any easier. It has less things that I have to remember because it's a formula and I plug things into it. But the math and the algebra in it can be a little bit harder to deal with because it's an ugly, ugly looking fraction to start out with. All right, so if I had to pick one way to learn it, I would learn this way and do everything this way. And you can actually eliminate most of the factoring if you do it this way. All right. Any question you have to solve, you can solve this way, even if it factors. All right. You can't completely eliminate factoring because you do have to know how to do it for any question that asks you to actually factor.